Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing the Xeno Online 2 Trello guide. Well, how to start the game, I should say. So basically, how you want to start the game, it was how. Well, it would depend on what you want to go for. Would you want to go for Zenny, or would you want to go for BP? And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you go for BP, of course, you'll be super strong, right? But you will have very little Zenny, and if someone were to jump you like right now, as soon as you got 30k, you probably would not, you know, make it out alive. And if you went for Zenny, of course, you'd be very rich. You would have a lot of key moves, but you wouldn't have enough BP to actually put it to work, of course. And a lot of people get very confused with this because they're like, oh, I should probably go for both. Yes? Well, you could, but you'll be losing one side, well, both sides of like probably like 30% of both sides. So you always lose in this situation. But for what I'm gonna say, it's gonna be a little bit opinionated. Oh my god, opinionated because I, of course, played Xeno and Budokai and Xeno Online 1 for a long time, and I know how to start these type of games. So I'll lend you off some information that I know. So first thing you want to do. So first thing you want to do is get some BP. You guys might be saying, "Well, I want to get key moves, so like you said before, so I don't die." But you'll hear me. You'll hear me out. Trust me. So how you want to get BP is, uh, of course, do the key method, of course, right? And while you're training for BP, you can do this little thing where you go inside a big server, you click the mission icon, you go away from spawn, because of course there's spawn campers, spawn killers, all that type of stuff, right? So you click the mission board, someone will do the mission for you while you're training, and then once it's done, you go over there and come back and get the mission. Pretty simple process, yes? And if you actually do want to get more, then like maybe like another 300 if you will, you just go do it yourself. But yeah. So basically, it would depend. Zenny is like very interesting because how you use it will show your total BP amount, and you'll see what I mean. This will also factor in your race, but as I was saying with the BP, so it would depend on what race you want for BP, of course. So say you are an Namekian, of course, you'd really want to go for BP because like your key moves aren't gonna solo force if you're like extremely weak, of course. So Namekians will always want to go for BP, right? Same goes for any other race, right? And so you do the key method to get BP, you get stronger. I say like around 60k, you probably have enough for like a key move, right? And the reason why I'm saying, oh, get a key move before you get a space pod, because you could get space pods, which will allow you to travel to other planets, etc., etc. You see the chords, as you can see here. The reason why I'm saying key, as I said before, you don't want to just be all BP, because like I said, if a Majin comes, a Janingo comes, Sphinx comes, whoever comes, they're gonna beat your butt and you gotta be mad low because you can't do anything because you have no skills. Say you had, for example, Flash Fury. It was crap. Uh, yeah, but because Flash Fury doesn't really work. Wolfang Fist, let's just say, right? Which doesn't really work either. Let me get a better example because all these moves are pretty crappy. But some moves actually work. But of course, say you're in Mechian, you want to get energy wave and destructible disc. Destructible disc works. I don't know what they talk about, but yeah, you want to get energy wave and destructible disc. And if you're on another planet, you want to get whatever's over there. If you don't, you wouldn't want a space spot. But I was saying with the skills for the people who can get skills on the planet they're on, you'll be able to multitask. And what I mean by that is, you'll be able to get Zenny and BP at the same time, and if someone were to attack you, you'd have a way to fight back and be able to knock them back and be able to run away. Because, of course, this isn't like Budokai, where if you get them low, they'll move mad slow. That's not how that works. It's about BP. The higher BP you have, and the higher gravity they start off with, the faster they'll go. I don't know why it's like that, but yeah. So, if you have any access to key moves, I really recommend getting it because once you get like to 50k, Majins will start attacking you if you're at Corrosion or on Earth. Or Sans will attack you on any other planet. I don't know why they don't attack a Corrosion, but I'm pretty sure I do. I don't know why, I'm just not saying it. But yeah. So after you get like super strong and all, of course, you get key moves, and if you don't have key moves, I'll talk about that right now, cause I kind of almost forgot about you guys. Sorry, people with no stuff. So basically, what you want to do is, if you don't have any access to key moves, you want to get a space pod, so you're able to get key moves, of course. And you could go to the library if you really want that BP, but you're not gonna really get have a good time if someone were to jump you, because you would probably die because of how slow you'd be if you weren't born with high gravity. But yeah, you want to get space power. You want to have access to key moves, and if you have limited trait moves like Gallic Gun or Special Beam Cannon, if there is one, I don't know. I'm not making sorry, but if there is one, you definitely want to get it. Because key moves are very important. Same as normal moves as physical. Because you'll be able to get off more damage than would if you had just basic stuff, of course. Right. Another thing to really think about when you have key moves is being able to grind NPCs with them, because it'll be easier to kill NPCs with key moves, as you know. So you'll be able to kill them easier. It's also a good point as well if you're trying to get Zenny. So key moves are very essential for life. Same goes as passives if you want like some Sin Blood. I highly, very, 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 very do not suggest nor recommend getting this same blood, because it gives 2% BP when they say 25%, and you have to be in a 4 life force, and you gotta pay 35k to go inside a pod. That's not worth. I'm sorry. If you Zenkai, you have to be at like a 1 mil to actually gain some beneficial stuff from there. But yeah. So as I was saying, you get some skills, you get stronger, right? And now this would factor on your race now. If you are any race that could go inside a hyperbolic time chamber, which is like humans, hybrids, I'm pretty sure Namekians, if I'm right, they could go outside the chamber. I don't know why other races can't go. That's kind of racist, but yeah. But you could go inside the chamber for 50k as any. So if you could either keep grinding BP normally, or you could go inside the chamber. The chamber won't work sometimes, which means you will want to rejoin. And sometimes, if it does work, then you're in business, because you could do the key method and you could get like 200k per session, of course, especially with double BP. But yeah, you want to get that, and so you'd be able to train with buddies or however Hybrid Time Chamber works. Because I haven't been there, because I am a Saiyan. But from what I can tell from other games, I'm pretty sure it is multiplayer. From what I can tell from older Xeno from videos, yes. So you want to bring your buddy, and if you don't have a friend, you could just go spar with someone over there, and you'll be able to get a lot of stuff, because you're in there for like almost an hour. Pretty sure it's over an hour. But yeah, if you do not have access to the chamber, you will want to keep grinding your what's it called? Your BP amount. And you want to go to library and all that stuff once you get all your chemo situated and how much moves you want. Yeah. Key sense is optional, because I'll tell you this now. When you have key sense, your life is gonna turn into crap. Okay? You're gonna be get spammed messages, and you'll have a seizure at the end of this, of course. Right? So I really don't recommend getting key sense till later on. If you don't want to get a seizure, I don't recommend getting key sense. But if you're a little more afraid, like some people I know, you could get it if you want. It's 5k. It's cheaper than a Mechian one, of course. All right. So once you get stronger, as I said, for the people who don't have access to the chamber, you're going to want to decide, of course, once you get strong, do you want to grip, right? Or do you want to keep trying to become stronger? Because gripping, of course, will indefinitely lead to you having a bad reputation for Budokai. And what I mean by this is there's what's it called? There is this karma system, and it's pretty bad, because if you grip someone like one time, that's kind of it. And I kind of gripped someone like 3 times on accident. First time I gripped this random kid because it like lethals was bugged, and it said it was off, and I somehow shot a key blast and it killed him. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. Second time, lethals were off, and he somehow got gripped again by my key blast. Somehow, but of course, somehow. I have no idea. Lethals were not on because we're doing the key method, and that's what happened. But yeah. So this karma system, as I was saying before, I kind of got carried away. Um, Karma will not affect people who don't have access to the chamber, because like I don't think you're ever gonna get access to the chamber until like 5 months later. But at that point, you probably like start playing this game, or you'll be like a god. So, like I said with karma, karma will also go with the fact that everyone will know you the more you start gripping. What I mean by that is, say that one kid you grip named Jimbo, right? Jimbo will might tell his buddies, or he might tell the empire he's in about you. And if people see you, you're probably gonna get on KOS. And the more amount of people you grip, the more your name will be out, and the higher the chance of someone attacking you. So you want to be mindful of that. So you could choose to grip players, of course, and yeah, as you can see here, not recommended for people under 50k VP. But yeah, so that's what you could do. Or you could keep it stronger, of course, and when this gravity chamber comes out, you'll be able to get grind for that. And if you're a gripping player, you probably have enough for chamber. But like I said before, there comes with tolls. Not tolls. There comes with not good benefits from it as of right now, but there's pretty bad downsides. Like I said, everyone will know you, everyone will probably hate you and want to kill you, and you'll be on KOS on almost every server, and they will grip you after the chance, and you'll probably end up here. And this is one of the best training spots, same goes with Heaven, because you have infinite life force, so it's not that bad of a downside other than lose like half of your BP, which I'm pretty sure is like 75%. It's 65% inside of Xeno, so probably is 65%, but yeah. That's what happens here. Okay. So that's what your options are as right now. There's nothing beyond that because currently there's very little content for this game other than just getting stronger and stronger and stronger and then just at a point just being kind of bored, right? And I'll go for some other races here as well. If you're a Majin, of course, and you really want to feel your ego, of course, you can just go ahead and go eat people, of course, and become Super Boo, and become super powerful and flex on the players that you could scream and just kill them. Because the reason why Majin's kill, if you're a Majin, you will gain a large amount of BP. And when I mean large. So basically, if you eat someone, you have 50% of consuming them inside your stomach, yes? And if this happens, you have the chance of stealing up to 50k BP cap. I don't know the percent, I'm pretty sure they nerfed it, because, it's a little bit too high. But yeah, if you're a Majin, of course, you want to start your feeding sessions pretty early on. So if you have a little alt who is high BP, and you don't want to be that, like a trade or something, you could go eat it or something. Yes. Just know that, like I said before, being a Majin is not all that good because of your reputation for everything will just shoot down. But you should be fine because Majins have regen because for some reason decided to give Majins regen, which makes no apparent sense because the Mechians are supposed to be special with regen. It's just stupid, okay? Majins don't need regen. It really does not make sense why they regen, but they for some reason do. Yes. All right. So that's all I want to talk about for um, you know, starting off in Budokai. If you really want more information, if you're still here, which I'm probably doubt you aren't, but if you are, I'll give you some more information about tips to survive in this game. Number one, if you see a player who if you see a player who has a form, best stay away from them. Unless you watch them and see if they're friendly. Another thing you want to be careful of is if you see a Majin be careful not to spar around them or be around them in general because of their reputation. Because if you're down, they will grip you. Because it sounds like free BP for them, right? And if you see any monsters of any type, you dip. If you see any names that you've heard your friends talk about, or if you see any YouTuber names, I'm not gonna point out, but if you see them, you run. Okay. Um. Be careful of monsters. Also, thing you want to be careful of is Saiyans. If you're not a Saiyan, well, you're probably crapped. But if you are a Saiyan, you're probably gonna be fine, right? Because Saiyans are interesting people. In Budokai, they roleplayed. In this game, they are more careful because they normal Saiyans have very bad disadvantage. Well, disadvantage, and Saiyans with traits who have no form will probably get 3 tapped. Basically, Saiyans are very hostile in this game, but they're not role players like in Budokai's, the Vegeta role player. Yeah, they're very aggressive, so stay away from Saiyans, stay away from... Hybrids are a little bit chill, but just stay away from them, because they spawn on Earth, and they need that money. LSSJs are chill, because, like, they can't really do crap, because they look very slow M1s. Stay away from any Saiyan, any, like, evil Saiyans, of course, because role players. I don't know why. Stay away from primals. What's it called? Coolers if you're a Saiyan, because they'll be racist. Role players, crap. Acros, Majins, half Saiyans a bit. Spinks are a little toxic. I don't know why. Demons are chill, because like they're kind of weird. Look at them, they're kind of dumb. They have like pretty bad stats. Like I don't know why they it's just a reskin of a human just with like pointy ears. Might as well just be off at this point. But yeah, Janingos are chill a little bit. Androids are not chill at all. Humans are chill. Namekians are chill usually. Aliens, they can't do crap unless they got like Mystic or something. Alright. That's all the tips I want to say. Oh, wait. One more tip. I'm sorry for, making this video longer than it should be. One more tip. Forms give health packets depending on what their thing is. And also another tip is you really do want Discord to see what updates happen. If you don't have Discord, it's fine. You should be able to see if you have real pro and stuff. That's all I want to say. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you saw that it was helpful. Sorry, could have been more of help.